Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Starbase. So that last video did blow up and people have been asking for more, and look, you might be part of the new wave to the channel. I generally do a lot of first looks for indie games, and if things are more popular, I'll do 30-minute extensions on the episode sort of thing. They're not always super long let's plays, but that's sort of just the format. Now, it's not exactly super compatible with Starbase because there is so much for me to just learn. So if I put up every 30 minutes of me playing, you'd want to pull your teeth out. However, I'm going to give this a bit of an attempt to show you what I've been up to, a bit of an update, give you an idea what's going on, and then we'll go from there. Some feedback would be welcome, and if you do enjoy it, we can do these sort of intermittent episodes. When it comes to the more actiony stuff, I could probably do those, you know, going out and asteroid farming and that, but I've been spending a lot of time getting my head around the shipbuilder. So I'm going to show you what I've done. It's very ramshackle. I have a functioning ship, as in it goes, it spins in a circle, and all the bits fly off it. So we're close enough that I'm confident with the tools, and I'm ready to actually make a slightly different, slightly bigger model. So I'm going to sort of start picking at that today, and hopefully that'll be a bit of help. It's something I'm going to be doing anyway, but the tutorials out there are very much aimed at people that have a lot of knowledge of this game, and a lot of them are a year or two old for the most part, and they're using all sorts of things like attachment plates, which I'm pretty sure don't exist anymore because now they've got the weld tool. So look, again, I'm not trying to say I'm an expert, but I'm a guy, I'm an idiot just like you, and I figured out how to build a ship, and I'm going to show you some of the pitfalls and the basics that I had to overcome, and hopefully that's of value. So there's your easy build ship side over there. Oh, I'd also recommend get away from Origin 1. People were memeing and joking about it. Everyone by default was just piling into Origin 1. It's calmed down a little bit now, but look, I just flew across a couple of stations. So I'm at 29 and it's beautiful here. It's very stable, and they've obviously done a lot of patching as well. So we're at the actual, the ship building, I don't know what it's called. There you go, ship design workshop, and that's where it is in proximity to the easy build hall, right? So if you do want to make your own ship, or God, I don't want to say follow along, but if you're wanting to dip your toe, this is where you start. You go over here and you can just summon your ships, and I did actually. That's mine over there, my old starter. Oh, maybe it just despawned. I flew it out. Oh, look at him, to have a look at it. Edit, start editing private it, and we're going to go into the editing tool. Now, I have an engineering background, but if I was a good engineer, I would still be in the industry. Instead, I'm a YouTuber, right? I did Navy engineering for a while, 10 years, Jesus. So if you've ever used CAD or AutoCAD or any of those sort of part manipulation and building programs, you should be able to pick this up. I've been able to pick it up, and it's been years since I've touched any sort of software like that. I'm assuming that a lot of asset management software that exists for like computer games and coding. God, I sound like a boomer, but I'm so out of touch with playing with Unity and all that sort of stuff. So I'm assuming a lot of nerdy kids that are already drawn to this probably will be able to pick this stuff up. But like I said, if you're sort of one of my regulars, an old boomer type, because we've got an old audience that have used this sort of software before, you might pick this up pretty quickly. I'll do my best to call out all the shortcuts that I've figured out, because there's no comprehensive guides. Let me see. Now, look, we've got a file system. We're going to load, open or manage blueprints. This is what I've been working on here. The Gronk 962 TAC 2 is my design. Let's have a bloody look at it. Now, we're going to build something fresh, but I'll just show you what I've been working on here and give it a chance to load up. It's ultra compact, but I told you I was going to work in cubes, and here we are, right? There's a lot wrong with this ship. It barely works. In fact, I just moved the engine, I believe, because it was off center, but I don't know if I've reconnected. See this, I don't think that's solid. We'll check the warp durability there. Warp class 1.1. Yeah, and you can see there's a lot of vulnerabilities there in the engine. I moved the engine because one thing I found, I don't even know if it's functional now, because I did make some last minute adjustments. Let's see. Oh, there we go. It's going. Now watch all the plates fall off. See that? Yeah, all the thrusters and that are peeling off the side. Cooling plates fucking flown off here as well, right? That I'm not sure what to do about, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, so these aren't super secure. In fact, I made them more secure. They were worse. But again, this was just a ramshackle first attempt. It looks shithouse, but this is a learning project, right? And if we go out of F5, maybe we try the durability tool. Maybe it will give me new errors. No, okay, that's fine. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Well, we're not here to fix this, but it's interesting that these aren't counting as part of the ship, and they're the parts that seem to be flying off, right? Let's see which thruster flies off this time. Fucking meow. Yeah, look at that. Same one again. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. So there's a tip that I just figured out myself then. So if you go to the durability tool and you click on your ship, yeah, if it's not green, then it's not technically part of it, which is interesting. See that? The flight computer there as well. Probably doesn't count either. Anyway, so we've got all the moving parts that we need, but it's only like a 2x2 unit system. It's very small. Again, a test bed sort of thing. But what we're going to do is I will go new. We're going to call this... We're going to call this Gronk 962 TAC 3. So this is going to be slightly larger. Oh, hang on. That's searching, so let's put that in a new file. Trash this. Right. Now, you guys have probably played this already, have seen modules. You can access the starter modules in here, and they're kind of handy. The way they're built's a little bit frustrating, though. They're made out of lots of little girders that have to be welded together. Up here you can make your own modules, which is great. So you go My Module Designs. These are a whole bunch that I've been making here, right? And what I'm going to need is a 962 cube. I'm coming up with my own module measurement bloody system. That is not a cube. That is not... Oh, right, hang on. I was bricking this. I might have got the 2x2 to work. Let's get the 2x2 to work. Because that'd be a good start. We'll just wait for it to load. There we go. 962 2x2. This is a sort of basic unit for me. Okay? So you got to come up with your system. And I can't tell you how to do it. This is mine. What we're going to do here... Why are you giving me all these... purple things? Was that because of the durability tool? I wonder. They're not normally there. Great. Yet another thing for me to fucking be confused by. What I'm going to do is, this is a 2x2, and we're going to scale it up to a 3x3. God, how do I get those pink parts out of the way? I'm actually going to see if I can... You know what, let's save. Let that save. Exit the editor. That's how you do it. You have to do it through the file drop down. I think a lot of people get confused by that as well. And by a lot of people, me, I was one of them. We're going to go start editing, back in. Nah, I guess we get the pink parts after all. Lucky us. All right, whatever. So if you shift select, or no, you drag select a bunch of things. Why can't I select? Oh, you know what? It could be fuck, are you kidding me? Why can't I? Oh no, you're killing me, game. Locked? Oh, that's interesting. I must have locked the beams by accident. Ah, that's cool. Good to know. Anyway, we're going to shift drag. We're going to go to this so we can manipulate it along the axes. Alright. What we could probably do actually is we could copy this entire section. No. See now, I think, god damn it, undo. The problem is that it's selecting the whole module, and I don't necessarily want that. I definitely don't want that. So the module can be a bit of a pain in the ass, actually. Alright. Control click that. Detach entities from modules, that's what it was. Hang on. That might make things a little bit easier. Right. Yeah, because I did figure this out before. Sorry about that, team. Again, like I said, an absolute newbie. Now, if I hold shift and drag this out, I can clone it. And I can clone it on the same axis. Look at that. Perfect. Right? So, that works actually really well. And let's put that back together. There you go. We've gone across 3. Let's do the same thing again. Now, obviously, you're going to come up with your own bloody design if you're not an insane square head type person like me. But, look, the running gag with the channel of being a square head has gone for so long, we might as well keep it going. So we're making cubes. Death cubes for all. Alright. Now you can press tab to change into this mode, but I kind of like this one better. Shift. What happened there? We left someone behind. Or rather, we dragged someone forward that we shouldn't have. No, don't do that. You're killing me. Oh, what happened here? So, it's going to take time and patience. Look at this. What's happened here? I've noticed this happen. Three by 3 by 3. All right. Properties. Is there some sort of visualizer that I can... Nope. Okay, I guess we get to look at those. Oh, that's cool. Hide some things. Nice. All right, so that's where we're at there. One of the things that I did notice, like you can select it all. You can go to the easy weld tool and weld it all together, right? Apply to all. Click on it. Oh, that's nice. We fixed the purple problem. You can go and bolt everything. Not that there's anything to bolt. And what you ultimately end up doing is you end up in this place where it says no ship frame. I find this is a common error that a lot of people can't get their heads around. The way to circumvent the no ship frame is you need an attached engine or thruster, and it has to be fully attached to a hard point, but that's not enough. The hard point has to be firmly, properly secured and bolted to the ship, as it were, right? There we go. Hey, at least we got rid of the purple stuff, so that's good. Now, something else that I've sort of noticed is when we was experimenting with that small ship, Center of gravity seemed significant. It really did want to twist to the right every single time. So straight off the bat, what I want to do is centralize as much stuff as possible, as hard symmetry as we can. So I'm going to try and get most of the guts in the center. I enjoyed the gimmick, the idea of having like a Millennium Falcon type cockpit offset or something, but I think I'm going to try and get the cockpit in the center. One of the first things I'm going to do is get an engine here in the back, and I just think that the big box thrusters are probably too big for this ship still. Let's have a look, actually. Thrusters, box thruster 1, maybe. It depends. Like, we could probably have 2, you know what I mean, on the sides. But what we'll do is we'll go with the triangle thrusters for the moment. You need the thruster base, right? And you can see the hard point there. So we're going to just rotate. You press X, Y, and Z to rotate in the planes corresponding, right? Let's just do that. We'll get this sized up. You can click the middle of this white cube to manipulate these things. Now, is that actually going to fit? How well is that going to fit? Because we will build a custom frame. I'm going to be really hardcore and anal about the frames this time around. After that previous build, like everything's going to be locked down hard. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So what are we going to do here to... We'll create a custom sort of bracket, right? Yeah, because the corners aren't going to quite work. Look, that's offset as well. What if we do this? Oh, you're too short. Beams. Straight beams. $72. Yeah, so you're 96. So we could just gap fill it with a 24. How big's that offset? It's like a 12 centimeter one, right? 12 centimeters there. Okay. So it is, the trick is here, I think. Right? So if we were to put a beam... God damn, this gets fiddly sometimes. I just want you to go on that, please. Please. There we go. That's a start. That's a start. Right? Because then we can probably get the thrusters to lock to that. There we go. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Because we'll put this up here. There we go. We'll do something similar. Go copy and then paste, and it puts your cursor there. And then say if we press X or Z, no. There we go. We'll rotate it. All right, there we go. We've got the right idea. Cool. So we could probably fit a corner or something to there, even though it's going to be a bit ugly. That's fine. And we're working with 36s. Corner. Beam corner 36. Yeah, that'll do quite nicely. Perfect. Look at that. We've created a cool little saddle. Is there some sort of visualization for welded? Because it seems like as I add these things, I'm getting pink. Oh, it's a bit frustrating. I'm not sure what those pink little squares are. Anyway, whatever. Let's just pull that out. We'll rotate it on the Y. We'll stick it back in here. Alright. See, now that's interesting. We do have a 24 gap. And that's a 96, so there's not much I can do about that other than just jamming a random 24 in there. And I'm not sure. I think when you do the weld tool, the game kind of is happy as Larry when, like, it'll essentially... I mean, shit, let's go. Right. I'm not sure how it feels about that sort of off-centered, you know what I mean? Because there's a scenario where maybe we need to run another girder up the center and then split the difference. But anyway, this is just, you know, this is just the beginning. This will change. Like even this here, we might actually off-center this up the top. That's something we could potentially do. Oops. But for the moment, it's better than nothing, right? That didn't really work. Hang on. All right, let's fill in the gaps. All right. What we could actually do here is shift, 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 shift. Drag this out. Rotate it around. All right, and that's sort of the beauty of working in these squares, man. This symmetry. All right, there we go. So we've made a little sort of bracket for our engine, right? Like I said, it's slow and steady. This isn't going to be a robust, super duper tutorial, but there it is. Something I didn't even think about was the hard points here on the front, right? Now, there are 2 hard points, but the way that these triangular things work, oh, look at that. That bracket's going to work out perfectly. In fact, you know, 2020 hindsight, I should have thought about this. So we're going to search for a device hard point. This is sort of like your universal PowerPoint thing. Stick it on here. Now, that's probably still going to be too flimsy. What we will do is we'll try and just bolt it all on anyway. And then we go auto bolt, click. Right, and then we might actually have a ship frame. No ship frame, right. The reason it's doing that, I think, is because... Well, you can see it's not actually technically bolted to the... Yeah, to that. I don't think it is. Yeah, so what we might even have to do is boom, boom, boom. Might put it flush. See this? No, go away. No, up top as well. So we're gonna have to remember to fix all those too. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's much more snug. Yes, we like that. Oh, we like that a lot. Yeah, so what do we need there? We need a 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5-way connector, which we can probably pinch from the ship, right? Yeah, here we go. Oh. Woohoo! Look at that. That might do it, actually. Let's see. Auto weld, auto bolt. Oh, that looks promising. No ship frame. Hang on. At least 2 bolts need to be connected to this part of the beam. Right. I don't suppose I can bolt through there to get it. Oh, looks like I can actually. Right. Hey, there we go. Look at that. So that's the thing that I think a lot of people might be missing. That you need this firmly bolted with at least 2 bolts onto a girder or whatever you want to call it. Ship warp class 270. Oh, she's stable, boys. So I know it's slow and we haven't necessarily done a lot, but I've shown you at least a little bit to help troubleshoot this sort of thing. Cool, so our engine bracket's pretty solid. However, I don't think there's any real harm in overkill, right? And what we probably will do is make a miniature bracket here. You don't need to do both hard points with the triangle thruster. You just don't. But I might make a miniature bracket here just to reinforce it, just to, you know, for redundancy's sake, just to be safe. That's cool. That's cool how that's worked out quite well. Yeah. And then we've got that bracket there. Cool. So what would be next? Well, let's see. We've got that engine fitted. I think our frame is still good. It's probably worth bearing in mind, I don't know if I'm going to do it straight away, but I'll mention it here, is that you need maneuvering thrusters attached to your ship as well, right? Let's see. If you go down into thrusters, you got maneuver thruster tier 1, right? You saw them, these were on the corner of my ships, right? And I thought about it a lot. What we really need is 3 degrees of freedom. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but let's just go really quickly to control, wherever that is. Devices, control, and we'll look for the flight computer. You got 3 types of flight computer, and funnily enough, the starter ship I think has the advanced flight computer. I'm not that worried, I'm still learning, so I'm going to do the basic, and the basic only has your pitch, roll, and forward and backwards. It's actually missing that sort of y-axis traversal up and down, right? Which you can do with the up and down keys on the starter ship. So, and that's part of the advanced unit. But the basic, all it's going to need is throttle and your pitch roll. So 6 degrees of freedom there, right? Well, it's not even, actually, now that I think about it. So what we're going to probably do is we're going to centralize. I thought corners would be clever, but then it occurs to me that say you want to pitch, say you only want to pitch, you just want to roll forward and back, or even you just press W to roll forward. If I have a thruster in the center here and in the center at the bum, right, underneath, like here, this will create the best rotation about the center, because we're going to try and make everything center as far as, you know, center of mass and that sort of thing. So the corners, if I did that, I'd need like 4 thrusters firing. It wouldn't be so efficient. So I thought that the corners would be more efficient, but truly they won't be. So what's going to happen is for each of these, I'm basically just going to do pairs. So we're going to have one at the front here and one diagonally opposite down the bottom. We're going to have one at the back here and one directly down, and that creates all of our pitch that we will ever need. As far as roll, I'm just going to put one here on the side, one here on the side, and underneath mirrored as well. So we're going to have max roll. And as far as yaw, we'll put them here in the centers on the side, like so. I guess for roll, we could put them on the side. Roll will be actually either top or side. It won't matter so much, I don't think. But we're going to centralize all those maneuvering thrusters that are going to have to get rigged in as well. Yeah, look, we'll see how this video is received. Like I said, this isn't necessarily supposed to be a tutorial, but at the very least, this is troubleshot a big problem. Make sure you have your design sorted out from the beginning, your girders, right? And just move slowly, right? I know it took me bloody half an hour to get this thruster box built, but that's the key to not getting tripped up. There's so much more to this. I'm probably going to go ahead and keep designing this in my downtime. We'll just see how the episode goes and see what people reckon. Like I said, I'm not necessarily here to tutorialize, but I will sort of help guide people along the way, as you know, because I've figured out some mistakes myself, or you know, some shortcuts too. It's not always going to be designed like this. That's just where I am at the moment with my time with Starbase, right? So once this thing's built, we're going to put some ore crates in it, presumably, and we're going to take it out and start harvesting ore and that sort of thing as well. But that's how I want to play Starbase, and we're just going to scale up and make bigger and scarier cubes, essentially, and learn from our previous sort of mistakes. So look, let me know what you reckon of this. Give me some feedback. I'm curious. If this is just like vitriolically hated, that's fine. I'll just do all the design on the side, and maybe I'll just do some episodes where I go out and look for asteroids and just do that grind. It's just that is a grind, and I'm not sure how watchable it will be over time. But we'll see. I'm curious what people have to say. If you have any requests, any thoughts, any feedback, now would be the time, because it would help a lot here. Anyway, might just leave it there for the time being, and I will catch you guys on the next one.